Moreno, ¿cómo se la están pasando todos, guys? So I did my hair real quick for the show, guys. Real quick. Hello, Diana. Hello to everyone. Hello. I had to log out because I had bad signal. Hello, Dianita, ¿cómo estás? Dianita Vázquez, how is everybody doing, guys? Vamos a empezar el show tempranito. It's Friday, que el cuerpo lo sabe. How is everyone doing, guys? Hay que esperar un ratito so that people could tune in. Hello, Veronica, ¿cómo estás? Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. To everyone. Shout out to la Pelejos de Guajolote. Ruby, hello Liz, hello Dante Flores, hello Pim Girl, hello. Yo sé que estoy hermosa, chula y bella, guys. Hi María, ¿cómo estás? Hello Adriana, how are you doing? Hello to everyone that's tuning in. A toda la gente ojete que no me quiere, hello to you all también. Nada Villarreal, que aquí te tengo cara de sapo, hello to you too, mi amor. Y suegrita, cara de perro, aquí te tengo a ti también, so hello to you también. Hello to everyone, guys. Ando bien sentida con mi mendiga suegra, guys, que me negó que soy su nuera. La pinche vieja guaseada de Raymondville dice que yo no soy su nuera, perra desgraciada, que sí soy su nuera. Usted no lo sabe, perra estúpida, que Baby Boy Baby Doll se enamoró de esta pinche rubia que ves aquí. I know, guys. Hey, Kendrick, how are you doing? Gabriel, and Gabriel was really sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kendrick. Saludos al perro aguayo. El perro aguayo, guys. ¿Cómo estás, tío Smiley? Perro aguayo, el pinche perro aguayo del luchador. Qué feo caso, hostiel. Let me be like three. No leí el comentario tuyo. Love your wig. Gracias, guys. Gracias. Everybody seems to like this wig, pero yo la arreglé, yo la trasquilé un poco. Hey, Ociel. Hey to everyone, guys. Vamos a empezar con el pinche chismazo. Hey, Hammer, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Hey, Liz, guys. Pues les quiero decir para empezar, guys. Para empezar ahorita. Ay, tengo un pinche pube de Baby Boy Baby Doll. Guys. Culera. Que la guaseada anda allá por Washington, según quién sabe que anda de pendejete. I don't know what the hell she's doing, guys, pero allá se va en un pinche viaje la guaseadona. Anda en la RV, en hoteles. Yo digo que anda de prosti. Se ve que es prostituta, mi suegra. Se ve que es tongolera, vieja guaseada, zancas miadas, vieja bajolotera. For reals, guys. Es que me da coraje que la pinche estúpida me niegue sabiendo que Baby Boy Baby ya está enamorado de mí. Ese pinches ojos turnios se enamoró de mí desde cuando. No, I heard on Facebook she's in Mexico. Allá quédate, suelita, allá quédate en México. Dios te ayude, allá quédate. Allá, ya no vengas, perra desgraciada. Como que ya tengo la mansión de los morenos. No tiene dinero ni nada que dar, guys, ni ofrecer nada, pinche vieja cochina. Todos sabemos, guys, que es bien cochina. Pobrecita Ana. Ana, ya recogiste los pelos del punani de mi suegra que te lo estaba dando. Ana, para que le hicieras brujería, te ofreció los pelos de la panoch. She said it herself. Le dijo a Ana que si quería los Bush, así como la Mika Bush, don't worry, he would teleport. Ándale, la Pediche Tour. Anda de Pediche Tour, guys. Anda de Pediche Tour, la suerita. ¿Para qué te vas, perra? Si no tienes gas, si no tienes cómo tragar, ¿para qué andas en la pinche calle? Quédate en la pinche casa. Ya agüitaste todo el año de limosnera. Todo el año pide y pide, perra. ¿Cuándo vas a dar tú? Todo el año pide. He will teleport after you. Hopefully she finds her baby boy, baby doll, wherever she's at. Maybe she won't come back. Don't worry, he will teleport. Hello, everyone. Yo digo que se quede ya la culera, guys. Yo digo que se quede ya. She was making fun of her prima today, guys. Qué ojete, guys. Qué perra desgraciada. She was making fun of her prima cuando no sabe que ese case is old. That case happened 4 years ago, mamacita. Es un case viejecísimo, mi amor. Like, you don't know anything porque la familia no te quiere, perra. No te quiere tu propia familia. Por eso no sabes, mi amor. Por eso no sabes, perra. Pero sí te quiero decir algo, mi amor. Si a tu propia prima le haces burla, hablas mierda de ella, imagínate qué dirás de las propias peacocks. Imagine what you say about the peacocks, right? Si a tu propia sangre no puedes ver en pintura, imagine las otras que no son nada tuya. que esas pinches viejas de Peacocks que tienes ahí no son ni tus parientes, ¿tú crees que les importas? Y te digo because there's receipts. Ya me di cuenta toda la mierda que le hiciste a Robert, perra. Ya me di cuenta toda la mierda que le hiciste a Robert. You think it's right? You think it's right that you scammed the Peacocks asking for money for him y no se lo diste, perra? Te quedaste con él. Pinche perra hambrienta, culera, muerta de hambre. Not even when the man is sick do you have compassion over him. Te quedaste con el dinero, perra. Das vergüenza. Me agüito decir que eres mi suegra. Me agüito. Hombre, la cagas. Todo el tiempo cagando el pinche palo, ruca. Todo el tiempo. Si no es una cosa, es otra pinche cosa contigo. Ahorita ya bájate el pinche avión. Ya estás peluda, tienes pelos hasta en el burro y en el ojete. Y todavía portándote como una niña chiquita. Todavía portándote como niña chiquita. Y estás culera. Y que chúpame esta y mámame esta y acaba. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso, perra? ¡Que agüite! Y luego, to top it off, las pendejetes de las poquitas Peacocks que te quedan, they applaud you. They applaud you para que te luzcas como una pendejota. How are you going to applaud somebody? Y esta se la cree, guys. Se la cree bien chingona, que sí, yo soy la chingona y nobody's brought me down. Bien creída la babosa y las Peacocks riéndose de ella. Burro por delante. Nomás para eso sirviste. Nomás para eso sirviste. Para limpiar la casa no vales queso. Para sacar la basura tampoco. Para echar palo tampoco. Ni como madre valiste, ni como esposa, porque todos los pinches pelados te dejaron. You're a lost cause, mi amor. You're a lost cause. Mejor yo que tú, ya me dieron pinche balazo y se acaba el pinche pedo, ruca. Ya no andes de limosnera. Ya no andes de pediche. Ya agarra la onda. La cagas. For reals, guys, la caga. No tiene vergüenza esta ruca. Si se la chingó los $10,000 de la papa. Exactly. Pero ahí van estas. Porque la tienen de su huevolín. De su chabelo. De cepillín. Ahí va la idiota, guys. No le hacen así, mira. Ahí quitan $5. Come here, boy. Mira, guys. Si le saco este $20 bill a mi señorita, ¿qué hiciera con un $20 bill esta ruca? Hasta se tragara la cagada la perra. Con un $20 bill te tragara la cagada. Yo te conozco. Hasta mamaras pito con jocoque. Ya me di cuenta que andas mamando pito con jocoque. He perdido, dile al pinche vato que se lo lave, perra. No seas tan cochina, suegrita. Nothing new with over there in her scamming. She's always scam, guys. Always scam. La pinche scammer number one de Raymond Bill, the biggest scammer of the RGB. Bueno, going back to la prima, guys. She wants to talk BS about la prima. ¿Para qué hablas de la prima? Look at your record. Mira las pendejadas que has hecho tú. Y quieres criticar a alguien más, mi amor. And the only reason tu prima habló de ti, pendeja, es porque tú hablaste de su madre. It's common sense. Te hiciste la ofendida, pero muy bien que le mentaste a la madre y hablaste mal de tu propia tía o hermana, quién sabe qué es tuya, pero hablaste mal de ella. No tienes vergüenza. Es tu tía, es hermana de quién sabe quién, de tu mamá parece. No tienes vergüenza. Agüitas a la gente, agüitas a tus parientes, a tus hermanos, a tus hermanas, todo das agüita, ruca. Todo. Y todavía celebrate. ¿Qué haces celebrate, mujer? ¿Qué haces celebrate? Nadie te quiere, nadie te manda. Ya te quité el pan del hocico. Tú misma lo dices, que te quité el pinche pan del hocico. Tú misma lo has dicho. ¿Cómo te diré? Que yo te he derrotado chingos de veces. Y todavía no has podido conmigo. Y te lo digo desde ahorita, nunca vas a poder, mi amor. Nunca. Si me quieres ganar un pinche día, suegrita, yo te enseño cómo lo hagas, perra. Pero tú a mí nunca me vas a poder chingar, mi amor. Si me quieres chingar, yo te enseño cómo, perra. Yo te enseño cómo, pero tú a mí me la pelas junto con tu pinche hermaphrodite y junto con los dos guaseados que tienes, culera. Mamá, qué chingona me saliste, perra. She said in one of her lives that she paid to have her. Por favor, guys, you all believe that she paid $10,000? Por favor, por favor. Si tuviera dinero, no estuviera pidiendo. Si tuviera dinero, no estuviera pidiendo ahí de limosnera, guys. Todavía mamándole el pito y el culo a Frank todo el tiempo que Francisco y Francisco y Francisco, Francisco y Francisco y Francisco. Ya con la misma. Ya con Francisco déjalo en paz, ya chúpale y déjale cuero. Mamá se le dejas a la nueva, perra. Y es la misma, todo el tiempo la misma. Ahora me pongo a pensar, guys. I sit back, como que tengo frío, guys. Me pongo a pensar, guys. This is so funny, guys. Acuérdate, y aquí te tengo, Vanessa Tijerina, quiero address something contigo, mi amor. No seas pendeja. Cuando esta idiota goes live y dice, ay, que pobrecita Vanessa, no le creas ni el santo a esta pinche vieja guaseada. Te lo digo desde ahorita, Vanessa, porque esta pinche vieja nunca te tuvo lástima después de tanta pendejada que hizo. No hizo parade ahí porque te quitaron tus hijos. No te hiciste stock por el pinche trash can. No te puso drogas en el carro, Vanessa. Ponte a pensar, mi amor. Esta pinche vieja, ¿qué quiere contigo? Ay, que pobrecita Vanessa y pobrecita. No te creo, perra. No te creas, Vanessa, de esas pendejadas que dice. No te creas de nada, Vanessa. Agarra la pinche onda. Esta ruca is trying to fuck you over y te quieren chorizar porque todavía no acaba. Ya la conocemos todos. Todo el mundo la conoce. Cómo es de ojete. Cómo es de sangrona. Cómo es de mamona, Vanessa. Ahora, si tú le quieres creer a esta persona y te manda la chingada, eso es pedo tuyo. Mío ya no. Yo desde ahorita te estoy diciendo que no le hagas caso, no le contestes las llamadas. All this que Vanessa, call me. No, Vanessa, you're wasting your time. Wasting your time with somebody who has zero credibility. Que no vale queso la ruca, mi amor. Si quieres que te chingue, síguele haciendo caso a esa pendejete, Vanessa. Value yourself por lo que eres, no porque lo diga la otra gente, mi amor. Si esta ruca te está tirando indirectas en Facebook, one minute she's like, pobrecita Vanessa, the other minute is like, qué bueno que haga la... Bueno, no se entiende, no se le entiende ni más. Y las primas, guys, pobres primas de... Pero el watermelon es mío. Ay, pues quédate con ella, solita, quédate con el pinche watermelon. Peleando todo el pinche... Antes no pelea la pinche calle, guys. Antes no pelea la pinche calle esta ruca. She just talked about BT yesterday, cussing her out and calling her a crackhead. Es puro corn, guys. She's up to no good. My solita is up to no good. I'm going to tell you right now, she's up to no good. Porque ya la conozco yo. Yo conozco la clase de persona de mierda que es esta persona. Yo conozco esta persona like the palm of my hand. Y hay las poquitas picas que están con ella, sígueles dando, sígueles para que las haga scam, porque a ojos vistos lo ha robado. I want to give a big shout out to former peacocks that are on my team. 2 of them reached out to me again today. 2 different ones. And I'm very proud that I'm making a difference in their lives. I'm very proud that they're realizing the type of person that you are. To me, it's a satisfaction to see more people leaving your platform, more people realizing the type of person that you are. More people are seeing that you're just a scammer, a person who lies, a person who wants to manipulate her things. Guys, to those peacocks que todavía se quedan ahí con ellas, miren cómo trató a Paul. Sit back and realize what she did to Paul. Just because Paul called my show, Paul didn't talk shit about anybody. Paul didn't talk shit about her. She didn't talk shit about no peacocks. Pero esta se enojó. Why is that? Why would you get upset? Because you're afraid that they're going to burn you? Bueno, let me tell you que Paul nunca habló mal de ti conmigo. Same thing with Ram. Ram nunca habló mal de ti, pero muy bien que dejaste que tus peacocks lo trataran de mierda. ¿Por qué lo hiciste? ¿Por qué lo hiciste cuando Ram te atacaba y te ayudaba y te apoyaba? Y mira cómo le pagaste. Mira cómo le pagaste. Roña's story irrelevant to where BT is concerned. BT doesn't care, Roña. Carmen Escamilla, muy bien que te ayudó. One way or another, esa mujer también te ayudó. With her Tupperware, she helped you out. You still gained something out of it. Is Paul King? I don't know if it's... Well, I haven't heard anything today from Paul. I know that the person who was sick was Robert, not Paul. Robert was in ICU. I don't know about Paul. I talked to Paul yesterday. He called me during after the show, so I think he's okay. I'll reach out to him right now. But like I was saying, guys, esta persona will try to hurt you and anybody else who supports me. Why can she understand that people enjoy my show? People reach out to me. I've never told a single person, a single of my supporters, not to go see you. I've never encouraged them not to go see you because they're adults. If they want to go see you and laugh at you, not laugh with you, but laugh at the stupidity at you because estás bien pendejete, well, then I have no issue. I've never had an issue with them. But then on the other side, we have you who gets upset with anybody. Que vergüenza that you call yourself a leader, but you have people that are controlling you and get into your head y te vuelven loca. People contact with you, and that's the right. Thank you, Rosa. Exactly, man. People have contacted with me because they see something, because they believe in me, because they see that this person is such an ass. Question: did Robert give you receipts that she didn't send him the money, and therefore keep the money she took from the peacocks or the treatment? Robert specifically told me what she did. Robert showed me what she did, and it's live on her her page being knocked down to begin with, but there is a video where she placed his Cash App first, then the following time he needed help, she placed her Cash App. Robert helped her out with more than $5,000, guys. More than $5,000 Robert le atascó a esta perra. Y es dinero de Robert. By all means, es el dinero de Robert. Pero cuando Robert necesitaba más ayuda, right? You helped him. Wow, once you screwed him over. The second time, de allí ya no le ayudaste. ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no le ayudas a tus picas que están necesitados? ¿Por qué no lo haces? Annette doesn't talk to my suegra, or she distanced herself from my suegra because Annette is also tired of her shit. Annette doesn't want to put up with her shit, the same cycle over and over again. Es como el asadón, nomás quiere chingar, nomás para ella, guys. Yo no te tengo envidia. I'm going to tell you straight out. Yo no te tengo envidia de lo que tienes, de lo que no tengas, whatever. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Pero el coraje que me da a mí es como eres con la gente. Eso es el que me da el coraje. Porque eres una pinche vieja ojete, una pinche vieja avariciosa, una pinche vieja limosnera que nomás quieres chingar a la gente. Mira, te caen 3 cheques, perra. Te caen 3 cheques, tú misma lo has dicho, que estás guaseada, el otro guaseado, y luego el child support de la pinche paparazzi. Y tú me vas a decir que no completas con todo ese dinero entrando. Pues si no completas, perra, then work on a budget. Work on a budget y ya para de chingarle a la gente. Ya para de chingar a toda la gente, because all you're doing is you're burning yourself as a damn scammer. I want to thank those silent peacocks that have cashed at me and have blessed me today. I want to thank them because it wasn't necessary for them to do it, but they still did it out of the kindness of their heart, right? Y es lo que te arde a ti, mi amor, because lo que tuviste tú, perra, cuando lo tuviste, no lo valoraste, lo perdiste. Cuando tuviste todo ese apoyo, all that love, all that caring, you didn't treasure it. You didn't give a fuck about it. Thank you, Ciel. You're a silent peacock. You didn't treasure any of what you did, mi amor. Todo lo has perdido por ti misma. You're not going to say that Frank made you lose support because no, it's you, how you handle things, how you conduct yourself, how you carry yourself. You can't work with pressure because you fall apart. You can't do it and function appropriately when you want to accuse everybody of everything. I don't know who the heck is doing Moco Space, but luego, you blame me. You want to blame me every time it's Moco Space, every time you get a private call, you want to say it's my fault. All the time. It's nothing new, guys. Luego, Moco Space, it's Aguachenta. Y luego ahí está Anita, también, que Moco Space. Y luego Frank, que Frank hacks his shit. Well, recently I haven't heard much about La Marrana Matecosa. Miss Baking Soda hasn't been involved. I haven't really heard anything about her. Recently no se ha ido nada. She conducts herself gacho nasty. You're welcome, amiguita. Give up a bump so she gets another. Señor Jaime, read my comment. María, la del barrio. ¿Dónde está su comment? ¿Dónde está su comment, María, la del barrio? Yo no lo miro. No sé si se me perdió 55-year-old nasty. Maria, can you place your comment again? I hope it's you and not a fake one. Ronya really needs to get lost. Ronya really needs help. And those peacocks who are still encouraging her need help too. And why do I say this, guys? Because a lot of these peacocks that are still there are lonely, are depressed. Look at Christopher Baker, guys. Christopher Baker's a prime example. Christopher Baker's always suffering of depression. He's always going into his little nutshell and just all of a sudden keeps doing something and disappears. And when you have a so-called leader that is so negative, that speaks very vulgar, that is always attacking people, Christopher, that's not healthy for you. What are you doing? What are you doing, Christopher, being around that? How are you going to try to move forward and get out of that depression when all you hear is somebody hating on another person? I'm not saying you come join my platform, but maybe go to Digital Dimwit. Maybe go to Cecilia's platform. Something different. Because look what's going on and look at the life you're living. Technically, I'm afraid you'll pull the trigger because of all the bullshit you've been hearing. La cagas, Christopher. A lot. I want to welcome the new peacocks that we have here tonight, this evening. Hello to all the new peacocks. Hello to my silent viewers. Hello to all my supporters. But yes, Nadia Villarreal is another one. Nadia Villarreal quiere hablar de todo el mundo, guys. Y aquí te tengo, Nadia, y te voy a decir una cosa. Nadia, a couple of weeks ago, couldn't afford to pay her light bill. And there's nothing wrong, right? Everybody struggles at times. But when Nadia put it there on her chat, under comment, did she help her out? No. She kept on emphasizing resources and resources. Nadia went to a church to get the help. Can you please look at my question? To get the help she needed to pay the lights. And I think I read your question already, no? Or is it another one, Dante? Nadia se la come. So yeah, guys, if Nadia herself, who is one of her warriors, who is one of her fighters, who is one of her messengers, ay, no me escribe, no le pudo ayudar, usted cree, las otras picas, que le va a ayudar. I'm not hating on anybody, guys. There's no reason to hate anybody. I'm trying to explain to those individuals who believe on this lady's hate, scamming, and lies. Just as bad as she talks about Vanessa Tijerina, what are your thoughts about them finding her son's car lost in Mexico with no placas? That is a lie, guys. Ese carro, ya lo habíamos hallado nosotros. She had it over there en su pinche rancho Gediondo González Ramones. Ese carro ya lo tenía ya. Now, she did an insurance claims, remember, guys? And she got money off that car. Apparently, they found the car. So why don't we report it to the insurance? Why don't we find out what insurance she has and we report it? Because I think she did something illegal there. She hit the car in Mexico. She did the insurance claim. She bought the RV with that money. Yet now she found her car. Wow. Interesting. That's a big lie that Ronya made up. That doesn't happen, right? So, guys, going back to this. She goes out there and wants to compare her life with other people, saying that she's the victim, saying that she understands what Vanessa has gone through. Well, how are you going to have sympathy of what Vanessa has gone through when you did all the damage? Most of the stuff that Vanessa has lived, it's because of you. No te burlaste de la mamá de ella, no te burlaste del abuelo cuando estaba fallecido, no le cagaste el palo ahí en la funeral del tío, quién sabe qué, del abuelito de Cody. Ponte a pensar, mujer. Esa mujer, Vanessa Tijerina, ha sufrido por tu culpa. That's what it is. Por tu culpa, because you're obsessed with her. Y no la estoy defendiendo, guys, porque Vanessa está peluda y se puede defender sola. But I'm giving you an example here that this lady, my suegrita, wants to compare her life and say, you know what, I am a victim to all this shit because el cuachento, because of Frank. No, mi amor. Ahora sabes, she makes fun of her girls taken away. Exactly. Ahora sabes tú lo que se siente, perra. Ahora yo te estoy enseñando a amar a Dios en tierra ajena. I'm telling you right now. Ya te volví loca, pero todavía no acabo, mi amor. Por cada mentada de madre, perra, me las vas a pagar. Te voy a avergüenzar aquí, enfrente de todos. Te voy a humillar enfrente de todos. No te estoy amenazando, porque nunca le pegaré a una mujer. En el aspecto que me las vas a pagar es porque te voy a desmascarar, para que todos sepan que eres una scammer, una ratera, una muerta de hambre, una limosnera, para que todos sepan la clase de persona que eres. She is jealous of now that she's banked with her platforms. She is jealous of now that she blanks with her platform. Unmask her. Rubio, your comments are always the same. If Ronya can damage her own family. Exactly, guys. Si a la propia familia se está burlando de su prima hermana, you think que no se va a burlar de ustedes. Mira, la otra vez she was seeing My 600-Pound Life. There was a show, My 600-Pound Life. And Annette said, oh, what are you watching? And you could tell by her expression, like pretty much telling her, I'm watching you on TV. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much she was telling her, I'm watching you on TV, following Gina Rabarron de Oro. And guys, I want to let you know right now, guys, that we know who de Oro is already. I know who de Oro is. And you're next to get exposed. You are next to get exposed. Tú sigues, perra. Tú sigues, baby girl, baby da, porque tú bien sabes quién eres. Tú sigues, mi amor. Y no te va a gustar. Because acuérdate that you run a business, mi amor. Tú cortas pelo. Y a ti no te gustaría que yo, would start bashing on your business, right? Because you're hating on someone. Yo ni te conozco a ti, perra. Yo no te conozco ni a ti, nunca he hablado de ti, pero ahora sí voy a hablar de ti. Tú cortas pelito, mi amor. Y cuando todos sepan la clase de persona que eres, por mi platform y por otras platforms que voy a usar, say bye bye to your business. No voy a decir nombres, pero si el saco te queda, póntelo. Si el saco te queda, póntelo, mi amor. Ahora la Little Birdie se la está cargando la verga, guys. Se la está cargando la verga, que la panza. Ni modo, mi amor. You encouraged somebody that was making fun of so many people that were dying, that were sick. Ahora, Little Birdie, sabes lo que se siente. Porque, ¿sabes qué? Te estás cargando la verga, right? Little Birdie was over there excited and happy, commenting when Ophelia was making fun of certain people that were sick, right? When you had the individual of Sylvia Marroquin going through those hard times, ahí estaba Little Birdie en pregas, ahí estaba De Oro en pregas, ahí estaban commenting. Little Birdie, ¿ahora qué, mi amor? Ana says your timeline's coming up, mi amor. Yo no te deseo lo mal, pero te estoy recordando lo que se siente, right? This is getting good. I need Angel beer. De Oro came back. De Oro's always been there, guys. De Oro nunca se fue. Es una marimachona que not too long ago she took a picture with my suegrita and somebody else. My opinion, I think Little Birdie, De Oro, probably le mamara la pata de vaca a mi suegra o la North Korean, I don't know. Pero Little Birdie le gusta, no, De Oro le gustan las mujeres. Te trasquila bien ojete, es la que trasquiló a mi suegra. Little Birdie, no, De Oro trasquiló a mi pinche suegra. Y ojalá que Little Birdie, con lo que le está pasando, sientas cabeza, mi amor. Ojo, I hope que agarres la onda. Que ya madures como mujer, como persona. Y te alejes de tanta pinche negatividad que tiene esa pinche señora. Who knows who? Okay, we're gonna guess right here. Who is De Oro, guys? Who is De Oro? Una machona que la dejó su ruca not too long ago. Corta pelo. Let's see if somebody could guess who it is, guys. Let's see who it is, guys. Vámonos, guys. Let's go. Let's see who could be De Oro, guys. If anybody wants to, Barbara J in the house. Ay, mi amor. Ay. Ahora sí me tocan las mías, mi amor, y no te va a gustar. The number to call in, guys, tonight's show is 956-378-3073 at the Mall de Harlingen. Ay, mi amor. La barba. Así, mi amor, que querías jugar, que no sabías que era que De Oro y De Oro. Pues ahora sí sé quién eres, culerita. Ahora sí sé quién eres, mi amor. ¿Y sabes quién te descubrió? Mi suegrita, mi amor. Mi suegrita te descubrió. She did. Ask her how she busted you. Wow, Barbara J. Can't believe she is De Oro. Can't believe she's that hateful. Exactly, guys. Va a decir que no fue. There's receipts. ¿Y sabes cómo hay receipts? Ahorita les voy a explicar cómo hay receipts, guys. Porque la pendejota de Oro, at the time that Frank, my suegra, John Allen, and all that little group was together, todavía estaba con su ruca, and was the only machona that was around during the parade. They did it for Vanessa, right? La pendejete de Oro put, I separated from my girl, blah, 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 blah. So you do your research. Es ella. De De por sí que estás horrible, ruca. Que estás gacha. Y todavía hablando de la gente, mírate en el espejo, mi amor. Antes que vayas a criticar a alguien más de oro, o Jay, o como te llames, hija de tu chingada madre, fíjate en el espejo, mi amor. Estás bien ojete. Estás bien ojete para andar criticando a la gente. Está bueno que te gusta la pata de vaca de todo el pinche pedo. No pasa nada, que a mí también me gusta el pito, mi amor. The number to call in is 956-378-3073. Está bueno que te gusta la pata de vaca, no hay pedo, mi amor. Pero con los modos ojetes que tienes, no, la cagas. La cagas. I just text you, friend. Oh, thank you, Norma, but my phone, I put it on airplane mode because I know how they are. Everyone's gonna lurk on her Facebook with her name. Yes, guys, go look at her Facebook if you want. De oro. De oro. Woo! Liz, because they're jealous and envious of your beauty. This isn't about Ram. We aren't talking about Ram. Who says we're talking about Ram? Nobody is talking about Ram. Ram is my friend. Ram and I were good. Ram and I, we talk daily. Ronya does that shit on the low. I don't know or understand why the peacockas trust Ronya so much. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Todo el tiempo she's throwing a peacock out there. She's quemando a peacock all the time. Todo el tiempo. She does it intentionally, guys. Ese me trasquiló a mi son, and I got into it with her big time. Oh, te trasquiló a tu hijo. Ram is a sweet guy. He didn't deserve to be treated. Dab. Ram is the bomb. Ram is a very nice guy, guys. Ram is a very nice guy. I don't understand why they never respected him. Paul is a very nice person too, guys. Paul, and you know what really upsets me with her? That when she talked about Paul, I think everybody seems to know that he loves men, right? And there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Pero she's like, el gay. And like, why do you have to label Paul? Why would you go out there and label him to try to humiliate him? Y lo hiciste not because you want to call him like that, porque nunca en tu perra vida le habías dicho así en el live. Nunca. Pero lo dijiste en una way que lo trataste de humillar. That's how you did it. Y pobre Paul se quedó callado y te aguantó después que le faltaste el respeto. And I applaud Paul, porque Paul kept his composure. ¿Por qué humillar a Paul? Why would you do that? Because he said nobody was threatening him? Because you were making up these lies? Because you felt he was threatened, so you decided to say you were threatened, Paul? It doesn't work like that. Thank you, Juan Garcia. I appreciate it. Thank you. Juan said, a little support goes a long way. Money sign Jaime 5200. Gracias. Ram is a cool person. Whatever you say, Isabel. Liz, it's the truth. You're welcome. Yes, Paul was super resilient and shows a good person. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Entonces, why would she treat him like that? I mean... Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. If you don't mind, I'm going to direct everything I'm about to say
Okay.
in a respectful way. I'm not going to call her Rona. I'm going to call her Ophelia.
Okay, go for
I'm going to be respectful. She's been doing a lot of talking, calling people scammers, calling people drug addicts. But I have some questions for her. How can you call other people scammers when you got tons of donations of bikes and you only showed proof of giving 2? That's number one. You want to call people drug addicts. Why don't you face the fact that you have neglected your kids so bad that they all turn to drugs? Your daughter let's talk about her. She seems like a smart, intelligent kid that yearns for your attention, and you ignore her every single time. So instead of talking about everybody else, I have some advice for you. Stop calling out people. Well, get rid of the social media and regain your bond with your kids. Can't you see? Look at Adrian. I told her the other day, and I do have receipts. I feel bad for that kid. I literally sometimes get teary eyed when I see him on live. You could see he has so much anxiety inside of him. He's so depressed. Our daughter, every time she walks in the door, she's on the social media. When are you gonna grow up? Instead of worrying about everybody else's backyard, go into your own. What kid wants to walk into a house that looks as dirty and disgusting as yours? How dare you? Don't call anybody scammers. And I want to say something in regards to Frank Marr. Okay? He's a great guy. He reaches out to people. He's very generous. And he's dedicated a lot of time to everybody on the social media. And what they don't realize is that he's taken time out of his day away from his family to do things that obviously we all want to see. And she keeps bringing up the jewelry and how he scammed everybody. That is a lie. Let's get that straight. I donated all that jewelry. Was it 18 karat gold? Was it diamonds? No. But that doesn't matter, because when someone donates something, who are you to judge on what they donated? Frank did not ask one person to put money in for that raffle. And I never told him to do a raffle. I said to him, I'm going to send you something. It's a box. It's going to have some stuff in it. You can choose to donate it, or you can raffle it. You can let Carla go through it. If Carla sees stuff, that she likes, let her take it. But I'm just donating it. What you do with it is on you. You can choose to do what you want. And for her to go and belittle what I donated is pathetic, because, no lie, that jewelry, maybe it wasn't $50 a piece, but I can assure you there was probably close to $150 worth of product there. But I told him he could do what he wants with it. And if someone has a problem or someone didn't receive it, then I'm sure that they would have been on live saying, hey, look, I never got my prize from the raffle. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like enough is enough. And thank you for showing everybody how she truly is as a person. And I think that we all, as a group, should pray for her children, because they didn't just get that way. Imagine waking up to that every day.
Right.
Imagine having to deal with that stress, especially Adrian. She says he drives and everything, but I can assure you that kid is in the house, or he's in the yard, or wherever he is. He's not having a life like all of us have.
Right. And
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and talking about that, I know he's a child or an adult with special needs, right? But I feel that she enabled him to her advantage.
Of course she did. You don't think, listen, she would give them whatever they wanted just to shut up so she could do her life.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And it's really sad. I'm being serious, and I even said it to her straight up. I feel bad for your children. Nobody, Hyman, nobody just goes to drugs.
Correct.
It's not nobody wakes up and says, I'm going to just go get high because I'm bored. It goes into much deeper. You know what I mean?
Right.
How many of them have their father?
Right.
You know what I mean? So we all should pray for those kids. I know, we joke and, you do the skits or whatever, but in all seriousness, I honestly feel bad. So bad, especially for Adrian and Savannah. I really feel bad for them too. You know,
Right.
it's really sad, but I just thought that she needed to hear that. And if I'm wrong, please, by all means, tell me I said something wrong.
No, I mean, you have every right to voice your opinion, and I respect it. I truly agree with it. There has been a lot of neglection from her. There has been the times where you see Adrian uh, really act and respond in totally different ways. There was a time where she was making these weird moaning noises, and you could see it in his face, like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on here?
Why
With
not take
abusing
Adrian
him.
to get his teeth fixed?
And the other thing that I noticed was when they were in Las Vegas, where she allowed him to get his plate of food, a whole plate of food by himself. The way he reacted was like, you could tell, it makes it seem like she gives him the leftovers from the house, like, this is what you're gonna get, and that's it. Like, no kind of like treatment, or treating her kid or her family with her sons with like the same type of respect, the same type of love, because at the end of the day, she said it herself, like, she loves and adores Balde more than what she cares about the other ones.
Well, if you pay attention to her lives, how many times did Adrian walk in and she'll say, "Oh, I made a plate for you. It's over there,"
Hmm.
or "No, don't you he'll ask, can I have this?"
Right.
I never in my life ever did that. When I make food, I make enough so that everybody can eat, and they make their own plate.
Right.
And if they're hungry, there's enough for them to go back and get more.
Correct.
You know
and
what I
and,
mean? It's just that.
and I noticed that, like, even during her lives, she's eating during her lives, and I was like, when does she actually have a meal and like a family together where everybody sits around the table and enjoys their dinner or whatnot? There's no like family type of a culture in that house. It's more like she's on her own trip. Everybody's living their own lives. When these two individuals, which is Baby Boy Bebedal and Adrian, need more attention, I feel that she enabled them where they're capable of having jobs like they did before, but she enabled them because of afraid of losing that extra income.
Yep. And if they have income, Adrian goes for his medicine and everything. She's such a good parent. Like, why wouldn't she take her kids to like the dentist and stuff like that
Right. and,
instead of
and and they
focusing
have
on that?
Medicaid and Medicare. Why doesn't she address, like, his teeth are not right, let me take him in, let's see if we could get braces on him, really maintain his personal hygiene, like it's like there's something missing there, like the attention. And I understand, what she might say, well, I grew up without a father, or I didn't have this. When I grew up without a father myself, but I mean, my mother played the role of being a mother and a father to myself, and I could have taken other type of roads down the long way, but Adrian seems like he cannot get it together. Like, there's times where you could see it in his own eyes.
Yeah. But be honest, do you feel like you would ever use that as an excuse for your way of living?
No, no, no,
Because
no,
in
no.
my mind, tell me if I'm wrong, how could you miss something that you never had?
Exactly. So at the end of the day, Adrian grew up without a father. Pretty much, he wasn't there. Goyito, same thing. But that's not an excuse for them to grow up the way they're growing up, with that neglection of that personal hygiene, that love, that extra caring and stuff. It's just the fact that the mother, like herself, has failed to be a mother to those kids.
Now, if it's true, what I've heard through a lot of different groups, her mom raised those kids.
Yeah, her mother raised those kids obviously because she had other priorities. And it's sad when, like, why bring children into this world when you're not even going to try to raise them yourself?
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you something. I had my first child at 19 years old. Yes, I was married to my husband who was in the military at that time. It wasn't that I was out hoeing around. I was with one person for 12 years. And when we did split up, because we did, the first thing I did was go get a job.
Right.
Right. And my kids was little, and I still went and worked.
Eh,
My mom watched my kids, but guess what? I paid my mom $150 a week. Not because she asked for it, but because I said, you know what? I would have put him in school and daycare, but I'd rather give you the money.
Right.
And she'd be like, no. Guess what? If you take this money, you can pay your car insurance, or you could pay it towards your rent, and I'll feel better.
And I
So it's
understand.
working as a team.
And at one point, I believe she said that Adrian had a girlfriend, Goito had a girlfriend. Adrian had left the house with his girlfriend. Allegedly, she claims that he was doing drugs and she took away the card and all this other stuff. I think the purpose of her to enable these two individuals was because she didn't want them to have their own lives, meaning them being able to have a girlfriend and have a little family or whatnot, because we've seen it before. I've seen it before when you have an individual with some sort of a disability, they still are managed or capable of having their own family. For her, she didn't allow them to grow into men that, and she did that to keep their check, their income. And
Yep.
that's why they're where they at. I mean, obviously she stopped that extra education, that extra help for them, and there's other resources she could take advantage of them to help them out, and she didn't do it because obviously that check played a big factor in these two individuals' lives. That's the way I see things.
I don't see how APS went into that house and said everything is okay.
Right.
I'm not saying that she beats her kids, or, they're starving to death, but at that age and their disability, they're very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they should have done psychological evaluations. Do you think Adrian's going to say, my mom only gives me last week's leftovers? Or Adrian's going to say, my mom takes my check?
No,
No,
I,
he's
I
not
think
going to
she
say that.
has them physically or mentally trained already for any type of situations like this. So, or maybe she has them as well. Like, you speak a little bit too much, there's going to be a punishment. So either she,
Well,
there,
here in New Jersey, when you're I don't know if it's the same in Texas, but if you're on medication, doesn't matter what your disability is. If you're on any type of antidepressant or anything like that, you have to go to counseling, and you have to see a psychiatrist, or they won't give you your meds.
right.
So, if the law's the same there, like for people who take like anxiety medication and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that?
you have to follow up with your primary doctor or your psychiatrist in order to get any type of refill, but it all depends on the state where you live. Obviously, I
That's what I
think
asked.
I think Texas is a little bit more lenient in adult protective services.
Oh, that's the problem right there too.
Right,
You know, because like they say, they don't know any better, right?
right,
So there you go. If they don't know any better, how do you expect them to sit in front of their mother and tell them what's going on in the house?
right.
It's just sad. But in reality, I have nothing against any of them. I'm going to be honest. I pray for them. I'm
And,
hoping.
and I respect that. I'm not gonna get upset. I mean, everybody has their own point of view. Yes, you pray for these children or these adults. You feel bad for them, and I totally respect your feelings and your cause and what your opinions as well.
Yeah, yeah. But I just wanted to clear up the stuff that she's been saying and things like that. And to all the listeners, Frank Marr is not a scammer, and I just cleared it in the air that I donated it, and I told him he could do what he wants with it. And I feel like if somebody didn't get their stuff, they would be saying it.
Correct.
Somebody would have came out and said, "Hey, where's the prize I won on your show on the wheel?"
Hmm. Yes.
So, but I just wanted to clear that there with that. And yes, I donate once in a while. I'll do it, and I'll say, you know what? If I can make one person smile, it was worth it for me.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
when you do good deeds, when you do good things for people, I mean, it's going to come back to you.
Mhm.
You know, what comes around goes around.
Correct. Correct.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I
just want you to
appreciate
know
the
that.
support. Thank you, and I appreciate the support.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I just wanted to call in
Likewise.
and clarify some
Likewise. Get
stuff.
some rest. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, we've been here for about an hour, and I encourage everyone that we still have here to go support Frank. Right now, I believe he's having Ronya TV. So if you'd like to continue, she's mad because she doesn't have her mom to take care of her kids. Well, that's not my concern, whether she has her mom to take care of her kids or not. That is not our responsibility. If she would have taken care of her mother and not allowed her to die, then she would have had her mom. I love you guys. Appreciate it. Good night. Hasta mañana. Dios los bendiga.